let's get to some of those plans because they're some of the best, well thought out of the box. I've not heard these before. Mm-hmm. Let's take infrastructure.
Sure, absolutely. One of the biggest issues we have all the time is how do we repair infrastructure? If you are a Democrat, you will hear the phrase fund. If you're a Republican, you'll hear the phrase invest. I'm sorry, the word invest and the word fund. What those means, more of your taxes. That's what they mean, more of your taxes. And what I'm saying is, why are we doing that? Why are we constantly throwing the same money into a bad system? We have bridges and tunnels right now that still collapse in New York State. That's horrible. All right, several ways we handle this. I'll give you 3 separate ways that we can work. One is just in general infrastructure. We can actually do it to where we lease naming rights to infrastructure. New York State has massive infrastructure, bridges, tunnels, the Erie Canal, massive infrastructure throughout the entire state, right? Tons. Why in the world do we have right now, we have a Mario Cuomo Bridge, which is a bridge named after our imperial family. So it's horrible. So we have that right now. That should be the Apple Bridge, the Staple Bridge, the Verizon Bridge, right? So we lease the naming rights out to the bridge. Why would they do this? Well, we already have, they already name stadiums. They do it already. They drop $20 million a year for a stadium that's used on the weekends. They would easily drop $50 or $100 million for a bridge that is mentioned hundreds of times every single day during rush hour in a 16 million person metro area. And hundreds of thousands of cars pass it every single day. Of course, they'd pay for that. But as part of that, we also want them to take care of maintenance. Now, people, of course, go, but then, they won't care and the bridges will collapse. Okay, bridges collapse now. Now they collapse.
Like somebody who could lose their entire company if it collapses wouldn't care. But a government that is faceless, nameless, they care for some reason?
Well, next thing, though, is since we still own the asset, we still inspect it. So inspections still happen. So as the inspection happens, currently, the inspection happens and it goes on a long list of what we'll fix whenever we get to it and the bridge collapses. But in this case, it goes, inspection, great. Staples, fix the bridge in 6 months or you lose the contract. The bridge gets fixed. We actually have safer bridges. But the best part about having safer bridges is we don't pay for it. I just lowered spending. And on top of that, if there's less government money going out, there's less corruption. So if you just lowered corruption, lowered spending, safer bridges, not a bad deal. But here's the best part. If they're paying for this, why should we have tolls? And you lived in New York. You know how bad those tolls are. Some bridges, $15 to cross. And if you're a trucker like I used to be, you pay per axle. Every axle you're paying $15. Changes everything.